Hello friends, a warm welcome from Aussie's group. Hope you all are doing well. I'm Malcolm, your PTE coach, and along with me I have Gaurang.
Hello, Malcolm.
Yes, Gaurang, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you Gaurang. Thank you so much for being here again with us today.
As always, a pleasure.
Thank you. So friends, today we are back with the PTE live session, and the task which we are taking today is from the reading module, that is multiple choice, choose multiple answers question.
Yes, Malcolm, it is one of the most important tasks in the reading section. I believe along with reorder paragraph, it carries the highest weightage for reading.
Yes, it is an important task, but at the same time, it can waste a lot of time.
Absolutely, yes, because you have to select more than one correct answer and it can be confusing.
Yes. So basically, friends, what happens in this task is you'll have a small passage on your screen, which could be a bit lengthy at times, not necessarily small. And along with the passage, you might also have a few images or one image. Obviously, you'll have one question on the screen and you'll have multiple options. So how many options do we generally have, Gaurang?
It can be as less as 4 and as many as 7.
Yes, so roughly 4 to 7 options will be there. And as the name of the task suggests, it is multiple choice, choose multiple answers.
Yes, so there will be more than one correct answer.
Yeah.
Right, and now another important thing about this task is that it carries negative markings.
Yes, so basically this task has what PTE calls partial negative marking. So what does that mean? It means that for every correct response out of the given options, if it is correct, you get plus 1 point out of 90 in reading, and if the answer or response is incorrect, you get minus 1 point.
Yes, however, one good thing is that the lowest score you can get for each question of this type is 0.
So does that mean that, let's say I select 2 options out of 5, if both are incorrect, so will I get minus 2 or 0?
0.
Yes, that's right.
Right? So if you select one correct option, 2 incorrect options, you get 0. You select one correct option, 1 incorrect option, you get 0. You select just one option and that is incorrect, you still get 0.
Alright.
However, if you select one correct option, you get plus 1 credit.
So
2 correct options plus 2 credit. Sorry about that.
So I was coming to that, Gaurang. So since the instruction in the question is that read the text and answer the question by selecting all the correct response and more than one response is correct. But the instruction says that by selecting all the correct answers.
Right.
But still, even if you select one out of the given and if it's correct, you still get 1 point.
Yes, you do definitely get credit for it.
Yes, that's right, friends. It's been confirmed with Pearson. Even if you select one correct response out of the given options and you don't select the other remaining correct answers, you still get plus 1 point.
Yes, that is one good thing about it. But then a lot of people waste time on this, as you said, trying to find the second or the third correct option.
Right.
Now, one thumb rule that we can share with our viewers about this is that if you got 5 options or 4 options on the screen in front of you, you can safely assume that there will only be 2 correct answers. And if there are 6 or 7 options provided, then there will be 3 correct answers.
So generally it's 2 to 3 answers.
Yes, you will rarely have more than 3 correct answers.
Sure.
At the same time, you have to be careful because occasionally, I would say maybe 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 questions, you will have 3 correct answers with 5 options.
Yeah, that's right. So generally, friends, our suggestion would be that don't take more than 2 minutes per question of multiple choice, because as we are saying, it can waste a lot of time, and many times it seems that the only purpose why they are in the test is to waste time.
Yes.
Because there are other tasks in reading as well, and it's very important that you need to finish reading module in time, as time management is very important.
Yes, it's true. Because reading, we have a total of somewhere around 15 to 22 questions. Right. The highest number is 22 and the lowest is 15. You will not get less than 50. And the time allowance is between 32 and 41 minutes.
That's right.
Now, if we are taking 15 questions and 32 minutes, that comes to just over 2 minutes per question. But if you are taking 22 questions and 41 minutes, that's actually less than 2 minutes per question.
That's very right.
Yeah, so it can get quite stressful.
All right. So now coming back to the question which we posted last time. So Gaurang, if you just read the passage first.
Sure. Here's the passage. How is the bookseller to tell what in an enormous output will prove saleable before the full weight of unsold items affects the balance of his business, and how is he at the same time to hold a stock large enough to enable the public to choose freely? he may seek to escape from this dilemma by becoming the passive sales representative of large publishing houses or distribution networks. But he is then no longer a bookseller. He may take refuge in the sale of safe items to a restricted circle of customers, but he thereby cuts himself off from all that is vital in his trade and dooms himself to mediocrity and stagnation. On the other hand, he may protect his business from the danger of idle stock by speculating on the latest publications. But this is a dangerous game in that it implies a constantly changing clientele. Readers remain faithful to their own discoveries, and failure to follow up a book, an author, or a type of literature means dismissing the public response to their success. This brings us back to the fact that books are indefinable.
That was a very lengthy passage with
really
so many tricky and difficult words.
Yes.
So Gaurang, in case we get such a passage, and it's very likely that you can get such a passage in the test, so what should a person first do to save time? I mean, how should the approach to reading be?
It should be speed reading, which I have been telling earlier also, that when it comes to PTE, we have to be really fast readers.
That's true.
So speed reading, skimming through the passage quickly, taking note of the key points.
Right. So basically skimming and scanning both at the same time.
Yes. And trying to understand the broad overview of the passage.
Very true.
With a focus on 3 or 4 key points.
Yeah. So very rightly said by Gaurang, you need to be quick in reading because you'll also have to understand the content or the context in the passage. And as he correctly said, you also need to focus on a few of the keywords.
Yes.
But that is when it comes to reading. And then we also have the options.
Yes.
So if I may, I'll just very quickly read out the 5 options which we have.
Before that, I think we need to read the question.
Oh yeah, the question will always be there on the screen. So the question, or before the question, I would say the passage was mainly about book selling. What it deals with books and a tricky situation with the bookseller is selling, whether it should continue or accumulate books, increase his inventory, or focus on changing, or let's say working with somebody, so that he doesn't have to worry much about this inventory mainly.
If I were to put it in a single sentence, it's about how a bookseller should conduct his or her business.
That's very right. So the question is, which of the following statements in respect of a bookseller are true as per the text? So such words are very important.
Yes.
You need to understand the question correctly in the first attempt.
Absolutely. And if they were to make just one minor change in the question which you miss, for example, if before true they put in a not.
Untrue or not true.
Are not true as per the text, and you don't read that properly,
then
you are doomed.
Yeah, very true. Right.
Okay. So if you can read out the options.
Sure. The first option is, he can cut his losses and achieve sustained growth through stocking of safe items. That's option A. Option B, the safest and most business-friendly course for him is to become part of a distribution network. Option C, speculating about the success of latest publications will be a relatively risk-free proposition. Option D, he has to walk a tightrope. And the last option, readers' preferences have always to be kept into consideration. So now, Gaurang, which are the right answers?
Well, here let's go by a method of elimination.
Yes.
Let us first go option by option and discuss which would be correct, which might not be correct.
Right.
The first one, he can cut his losses and achieve sustained growth through stocking of safe items. Now, this option itself has 2 opposing ideas in there. Cut his losses and achieve sustained growth through stocking of safe items. When you stock safe items, you are automatically restricting yourself from growing. How can you achieve sustained growth? By playing it safe.
Right, and obviously you have to invest, so you can't cut your losses, obviously.
And the passage itself says, he may take refuge in the sale of safe items to a restricted circle of customers, but he thereby cuts himself off from all that is vital in his trade and dooms himself to mediocrity and stagnation.
So basically nothing about cutting losses, and it's about doomed to stagnation.
Yes.
So nothing about sustained growth.
Absolutely. Stagnation and sustained growth cannot go together.
Right. So let's go to the second option now.
The safest and most business-friendly course for him is to become part of a distribution network.
Right.
Again, it's not really business-friendly. It might be safe, and it's mentioned like that he may seek to escape from this dilemma by becoming the passive sales representative of a large publishing house or distribution networks, but he is then no longer a bookseller.
Right.
Right.
So basically this is a tricky option because it
Yes.
wants to confuse you and it wants you to make a mistake by putting in words from the passage.
Exactly. But they are saying that he will no longer be a bookseller.
Right.
So this would not be correct.
Right. So going to option C now.
Speculating about the success of latest publications will be a relatively risk-free option. Again, if we look at, sorry, that was preposition, I read it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here, again we go back to the passage. On the other hand, he may protect his business from the danger of idle stock by speculating on the latest publications. But this is a dangerous game
Yeah.
in that it implies a constantly changing clientele.
So basically danger and risk
Yes.
don't go hand in hand.
So, relatively risk-free, but they are saying it is a dangerous one.
Dangerous
How can
one.
it be risk-free? So
Right.
it's exactly
Definitely.
opposite to what is mentioned.
Incorrect. So then it means that the instruction is that more than one response is correct, which
Yes.
means that definitely D and E have to be the right
correct.
answers.
There cannot be any other thing.
Yeah.
He has to walk a tightrope. Now, walking a tightrope means you have to balance. You have to
Yeah.
find the ideal balance. And
Correct.
throughout the passage, they are mentioning different aspects
Right.
and how the bookseller has to juggle them and
Very
get
true.
the right balance.
Very true.
So D is correct.
Right.
And E, readers' preferences have always to be kept into consideration.
Yes.
Again, it's mentioned, readers remain faithful to their own discoveries and failure to follow up a book, an author, or a type of literature means dismissing the public response for their success.
Right.
So, you have to keep the reader's preferences in mind.
Because they may change and you have to follow their lead.
Exactly. So, D and E are the correct options.
Well, friends, so D and E are the correct options. And so those of you who have answered it in the comments, we are really thankful to you. It's a great effort by you guys as well. And Gaurang, who is the correct person who has given the right answer?
From what I can see, it's Tam Utter,
Yes.
right?
So congratulations, Tam. You've given the right options. That is D and E. And so what will Tam get for his efforts, Gaurang?
Well, last week we announced that the person who gives the right answer will be getting a free practice test on our flagship platform. That's www.ptetutorials.com. But I have a surprise for Tam.
Which is?
He gets to attend a free masterclass with Malcolm on the 7th of October, Saturday, in our CBD office.
Yes, Tam, if you're listening to us, you can definitely avail this opportunity which you've got. You can come to a free master session if you're free on Saturday. It's a paid session, but it will be free for you. On the next Saturday, the 7th of October, you can avail it free of charge. So congratulations.
But Tam, you will have to provide your photo ID to us to prove that you are Tam.
Yeah.
Right? Because we would not want somebody else stealing your limelight and the opportunity to attend a free masterclass with Malcolm, who's been getting stupendous results through his masterclass.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gaurang. And friends, I'd also like to share that just yesterday we got one more score. The student's name is Ayush Goel. It was not his first attempt, but after coaching with us, he enrolled for just 1 day's master session. That's last Saturday. And he took the test. He has got a score of 90 out of 90. And he's got 90 each as well. That is in reading. I'm sorry, he's not got 90 each, but he's got 90 in 3 of the modules. And in reading, he's got a score of 80. But overall score is 90. So I would like to congratulate Ayush as well.
That's fantastic news. Congratulations, Ayush. Good work done.
We're really proud of you, Ayush. Thank you. And Gaurang, coming back to our task now, since we are done today with reading, multiple choice, choose multiple answers questions, what is the task which we are going to look forward in the next week?
Actually, before we move on to that, there are a few things about this particular task that I would like to share with our viewers.
Gaurang, definitely.
First thing, because it is a very restricted amount of time task, you have to have just about 2 minutes. What I would recommend is, if you find one correct answer, and there are going to be just 2 correct answers that you know because there are 5 options given. If you have found one correct answer and you are not sure about a second one, don't take a chance. Click next, move on to the next question.
Yes, very true.
If there are more than 2 correct answers, that is 6 or 7 options are given, and you find 2 of them, and then you are struggling to find the third one, again, don't take a chance, don't spend any extra time, click next, move on. At least you will get credit for the right answers.
Very true. No point wasting time and getting stuck up on a question, basically.
At the same time, do not attempt to skip this question. If you skip the question, you're going to get 0.
Yeah, that's also right.
And if you give a wrong answer, you're still going to get 0.
That's right.
So why not take a chance, select at least one option, and try and get a credit for it.
So if you don't have time, just select one and do next immediately.
Yes, exactly.
Makes more sense.
So that is all that I have to say and recommend for the reading multiple choice questions, multiple correct answers task.
And the topic for the next week will be?
Since we have already covered the other 3 sections, next week is going to be listening.
Listening, that's right.
And another very important task, an integrated task from the listening section will be posted, and that is listening, fill in the blanks.
Yeah, it's a very important task, friends. Listening, fill in the blanks. So basically in that task, you'll be listening to an audio track.
Yes.
And the same audio passage, you'll also see the content on your screen. But obviously there'll be few missing words on the screen, which you need to type as and when the audio is being played.
Right. And it is important in this task that you not just get the blanks correct, you also get your spellings correct.
Very important, because again, as Gaurang correctly said, it's an integrated task for listening and writing. Very important task for your writing score. So if the spelling is incorrect of the word or the words in the blank, then obviously you get a 0 for that point.
Correct. So we will be posting this task by tomorrow.
Definitely.
We recommend our viewers, we invite our viewers to give their answers. Remember the offer that if you give all correct answers, you will be getting a free practice test on www.ptetutorials.com stands. It continues. So go ahead and give your answers. Additionally, Malcolm, are we thinking of some surprises next week?
Yes, definitely. There will be one more surprise package for whoever gives all the correct answers. By whoever, I mean one of the people who is giving the answers.
Right.
Definitely, he or she will get an access to free practices from ptetutorials.com. Along with that, we'll also have one more surprise waiting for him or her.
Well, we are not going to say what it is right now.
Definitely. So please, guys, try it. It will be up, as Gaurang said, by tomorrow. And we will be taking the live master session next Thursday, roughly the same time, that is 2 p.m.
Okay, and I believe we are not having any masterclass this weekend, right?
Yes, because this is a long weekend. So tomorrow, that is the 29th of September. I'm sorry, tomorrow is Friday. Even tomorrow, we are closed. The Melbourne CBD office is closed for all PTE coaching and for all PTE inquiries. Even on this Saturday, that is the 30th of September, we are not having any masterclass at any of our offices in Australia. The next Saturday, that is the 7th of October, as I said, we will be having and we will be conducting masterclass at our CBD premises. It will start at 11 a.m. sharp and will go up to almost 4:30 or 5 in the evening. The fees for that masterclass is $79. So please don't waste time and enroll as soon as you can, because one class or one masterclass, as we said, can change the outcome of your test. You never know what you'll learn over here, which may give you that one crucial point which you're looking for in your early attempts as well.
Exactly. And just to confirm that the Clayton branch will also not be having any PTE sessions tomorrow or on Saturday.
Right.
So any viewers who are thinking of visiting us in our Clayton branch, either for inquiry or a demo class, you are requested to either come in today or on Monday. We will not be available on Friday and Saturday.
Right, that's all, Gaurang.
Yes, that's all for today. But people, do remember to visit www.ptetutorials.com, sign up for a free account and get your PTE test preparations started through the dozens of sample free practice questions available on the website.
Very true. And there's a lot of good quality paid material as well. We have templates for describe image and essay writing already ready on the website. So please don't waste time. Have a look now on ptetutorials.com. I think that'll be all for today's session. Thank you so much, Gaurang, once again for joining us today. Your presence always encourages us to make it even more lively for the audience.
Thank you, Malcolm, for having me here. I enjoy this interaction that we have with our viewers, and I look forward to our next live session soon.
Thank you, friends. Hope you have a great weekend and hope you have a fantastic weekend enjoying the footy match which is going to be there tomorrow. Have a good weekend, friends. Thank you for viewing the video.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you.